Guys, good morning. It's a very early morning. I woke up not too long ago and I can't get back to sleep, so I thought I might as well sign on and do my dailies on here. I wanted to kind of quickly talk about something. Um so my boyfriend, I'll do a mini clip of this with him where we're both talking. I'll mention it a little bit later. My boyfriend and I was helping him kind of, I had to be on the Xbox yesterday. I was trying to get what I needed to get done. Unfortunately, I didn't get it all finished on the Xbox. I was missing like hundreds of these keys that I was farming for. But yeah, I was watching him stream, and it was going good, and I was trying to give him some tips and tricks for Division 2. And I was surprised because somebody came into his chat. We've both talked about our personal, dating history or, crushes and things that didn't work out. I've told him, all my situations, which are not a lot, but there's a couple, um, and, um, and just, bad situations. And then he's also told me about, some of his exes. Well, he's told me about them all. And so I'm just, sitting in his chat yesterday, and somebody goes into his chat saying something, and I'll read what was said. Hold on a sec. The person says, tell your girlfriend about a certain person's name that he was dating. Like how she was 15 when you were 19 turning 20 and you dated her. So I knew that he had dated her. I didn't know the age difference. That's a difference of 5 years. And I guess at the time she was not considered, age of consent. But they were at a distance too. And to me, that age difference is not too bad. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, she was. But he learned from it. And, there was nothing in person that happened. We'll just say it that way. So it's the past. Now, this girl, she said to my partner one time that there was a female that was in her like everyday life that was, interested in her and interested in her sexually. And she asked my boyfriend, do you mind if I go and screw around with this one? And then initially my boyfriend was like, no, okay, go ahead, do your thing. But then he thought about it more and he's like, no, actually, I don't like that, which I don't blame him. And after that, he was hurt and he ghosted her. So this was like 6 years ago, back around like 2020, okay? So now he's having a person coming into his streams, like just happened yesterday. And this individual is trying to, ruin what my boyfriend and I have by trying to, air the dirty laundry and shame him, and harass us kind of thing. And somebody has been messing with both of our connections, and I'm starting to wonder if it's this individual. But I also have something interesting to say. And that is, okay, so yesterday I had a meeting for where I live. I'm part of a certain committee, and I had, as part of where I live, it's my obligation to attend these meetings for this committee. Well, the head of the committee, she's a girl that works in a legal office kind of thing, and her boyfriend is actually a lawyer. I just found out. So she's a neighbor, and I have a lawyer that lives in my neighborhood here. I could just walk, a few feet out my door, and I'm at her front door. And I just met him for the first time. So, I don't like making threats. But if this person doesn't leave my boyfriend and myself alone and continues harassing him in his streams, and if they are doing the DDoS attack, whoever it is, I can potentially take it to court. Now, I don't want to do that to people. I want people, to live their life and do their own thing. So I highly suggest this individual, back off. And I'm saying it respectfully. You are harassing. There are laws against that, even for internet harassment. The man has said he's no longer interested in this woman. Apparently, she's now in a new relationship with another guy. Why are you, 6 years on, stalking and harassing my partner? Because that's essentially what you're doing. And you are breaking laws in doing that. And if you are the one that has been, manipulating our internet connection, I can potentially also take that to court and have your ISP remove your internet and make sure that you don't get any internet with any other internet service provider, ISP. Again, not something I want to do, but I'm giving you a warning to leave him alone, leave me alone, because I know about his past. He knows about my past. Individuals I dealt with. And the shit I dealt with. This girl, I'm not going to say her name, she made her choice when she decided she wanted to go and be intimate with somebody, another female. It doesn't matter if it's a female or male, but she made her choice when she decided that's what she wanted to do. Of course, anybody would be hurt by that. Especially, at a distance and you're not being included, Like, who does that on their partner? I know that, in marriages, there's some open marriages and all that shit, but he was, clear that that's not okay for him, and that's not what he wants. And, it starts to sound like a Jerry Springer episode, you know what I mean? So he wanted to be out of the mess, and got too messy. And he's like, well, if she's doing this, she obviously doesn't care about me enough. She doesn't love me enough. She's going and looking for somebody else, right? So he left her. Now, the way he, left her by kind of ghosting her, yeah, I said to him that was probably not such a good thing. You should have, tied it up and just told her it's over and why it's over and that you're moving on. But, for her to have a friend, it sounds like a friend, 6 years on, still harassing my boyfriend, and apparently from multiple accounts, that's no good. So, it might even have to be taken up with YouTube so that this person can never open up another YouTube account, I just think a couple things. You have way too much time on your hands. And it's been 6 years. He's moved on, and apparently she's moved on with somebody new. So why are you still stalking him and harassing him? Now even my mom knows about it. And she thinks, it's weird as well. My boyfriend was younger. He made a mistake. He learned from it. He would never do it again. I believe him. And it was 6 years ago, and there was no in-person contact. And now you're just trying to shame him on the internet. Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm sorry to this girl and to this other individual. I'm not leaving him. If that's your intention, I'm not leaving him. He's been very good to me, and we're happy. But yeah, what you're doing is considered a form of harassment, and that's not okay. And there are laws against it, even in internet form, and it can go to court. And, I mean, hell, I could use some extra money. If I have to sue, I'll have to do it, because, I plan to eventually, like, my partner, he has said that he wants to eventually, come to live here and marry me. And so I view it like you are fucking around with my future husband and our life together. It's been 6 years. Are you that deeply unhappy? If you've moved on, as he tells me, to this girl, if you've moved on, why do you still have your friend or whoever this guy is coming in with various usernames into his chat trying to start drama where no drama needs to be? Six years is plenty of time to, move on and, let him move on too. So what, you're that petty that you're just gonna, like, no matter who he's with, you're gonna go into their chats or, try to, like, put him down? Now it would be different if she was the age she was and, my boyfriend was, like, the age he is now, or, like, well into his 30s, 40s. Yeah, I'd be really concerned. But he was younger. He made a mistake. He was stupid. There was no, like, in-person interaction. It was all through the internet. So, and she wanted to go fuck another woman. She asked him, "Can I go fuck another woman?" That sounds like a messy person. And kind of somebody that kind of lacks morals. I'm sorry. And you just make her look even more bad by coming into my boyfriend's chat, constantly harassing him. And if you're the person that's been DDoS attacking, you need mental help. And believe me, if I take it to court, I'll make sure that is put down. By the way, this girl, her father also approved of the relationship. And apparently the father also had a huge age difference, or has a huge age difference with his current girlfriend. Like, it's more horrifying than the difference of 5 years between my boyfriend and this girl. So, yeah, I just think it's best that you just move on. I don't want to take it to court, but if I have to, I'll do it. Because this is my, well, it's my partner now, my future husband, potentially. And you're interfering with our life. What are you going to do when he gets married? To me, or say to somebody else in the future? Are you going to just constantly be harassing him and his family? Like, dude, you need to get a life. You need to move on. And again, to that girl, you made your choice when you decided to go mess around with that other chick. That clearly showed my boyfriend that you were no longer interested in him. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And I mean, hell, if, I joke around on video games with other dudes, and, I can hear how he gets upset. He is very protective and loyal and possessive. I can tell. He wants a female that is his, frig, he's a Leo. Leos want to be center stage, center of attention. I know. I have family members that are Leo as well. And no offense to y'all, but I know that, all eyes have to be on you. And you want your partner, as most people do, to just have their eyes on you and you alone. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's called being loyal. But her eyes wandered to another woman, and she wanted to go sleep with this woman. And again, initially my boyfriend was thinking, okay, just let her do her thing because we're at a distance. But then he thought, no, I don't like that. And so he told her he didn't like it. And then ended, the relationship. But the way he ended it, like I said to him, was not good because he didn't give proper closure, just by ghosting her. So that's where he went wrong too, But it's been 6 years. If you're still hung up on somebody after 6 years and you haven't moved on, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's weird. So I'm going to say to this person, I'm giving you only one warning. I'll make a separate video with my partner saying this too. Please back off. This is me asking kindly. Do not go into his streams harassing him. Because I will be there. And I will screenshot everything for legal reasons. And if I have to take it to court, I will. Because again, I just found out that a neighbor of mine is a lawyer, and he, he's a pretty good one, and I will take it to him. And, you will be dealt with. And I'm sure you want to keep your money. I'm sure you want to keep your reputation. And I do have relatives in the UK, so I can go stay with them, and I'll take it to court in the UK. My grandmother is from Newcastle upon Tyne, but I have some, relatives in other areas of England as well. So simply put, I can go stay with them, and if I have to take it to court, I will take it to court. And I'll even pull in the father, and he will be under oath, saying that he approved of the relationship. I don't want to make it messy, but if you continue, doing this, you're making it messy for us, so don't play with fire, because, they say you play with fire, you get burned, so I'd say step away. Alright? That's your final warning. I'll make a separate video with my boyfriend talking about this, but yeah. I know about his past, as I said, and he knows about mine. I've went into extreme detail with mine to him. Because I know, people can be stupid and petty and come along and try to stir the pot and start shit because they're unhappy. But I'm not going to tolerate the harassment. I gotta swap my headset. Anyways, okay, here we go. I'm back. But yeah, like that kind of behavior can cause serious mental distress to somebody, you know? And I said to him, you know, they can come along and try to say whatever they want, but I know the truth. I know, you know, you were younger and you made that mistake. But there was nothing that happened in person. And he learned from it, and he would never do it again. And so I said to him, is there anything else I should know about? Is there any other, like, you know, people, secret people that are going to pop out of the woodwork, you know? Like, you know, I give him opportunity to confess anything else to me, and he says no, so. But, yeah, we'll get him in conversation, and we will capture it all and make a clip of it. Because I want these people to know that I'm not leaving him. I know what you're trying to do.
Transport is en route to standby.
You see that we're happy and we're having a good time and we're getting along.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale voltage.
And I guess this individual, she's still hung up on him. I mean, fuck, I don't blame you. He's fucking good looking. But, yeah, it's been 6 years. It's time, you know, for you to move on. I've known him for 2 years, right? As a friend. And we've been dating for, you know, about 6 months now, so.
Descendant, the transport has dropped a wide-range shaping charge.
It's funny when you're happy how people try to ruin your happiness, you know?
Prime the detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation device.
But I even say that to people from my past. If you, you know, try to come in and, you know, do the same shit, it can be potentially taken to court. So, I mean, I think a lot of the people from my past have, you know, brains enough that they wouldn't do that. And there's nothing horrible anyways, you know, that I've done. But it's childish, you know, airing dirty laundry kind of thing. But obviously, you know, somebody must be deeply unhappy. And my question for her is, like, you're in a new relationship. And it's been 6 years, like. I think it's time to, like, move on.
Extraction from operation zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
But yeah, I'll do a little video clip with him later today and we'll talk about it. And I'll make a clip on my channel to be saved permanently. Like, the difference between my parents was 9 years. And compared to the difference between him and this girl, their difference was 5 years. Now, with my boyfriend, our difference is, you know, pretty big. He came on to me first, but, he's of age, you know, he's well into his 20s. So I'm not doing anything wrong, but I said to him, I says, you know, people are going to view me as a cougar or like I'm robbing the cradle or something like that. Because that's a pretty big age difference too. But I said to him, I want to see some ID. I want to know that you're of age, you know? And he says, yeah, I'll show it to you. So I'm waiting on him to send that to me. Because it got me thinking, yeah, I should be asking him that.
It must be shot down.
Even though he does look, you know, like he's in his 20s, obviously.
Arcane life signs detected inside a vulgus structure.
And it's weird though, because I've always been attracted to guys that are older than me. I was never attracted to ones that were younger. But he's good looking. I mean, I'm like, shit, I don't know what you see in me, you know. And I often tell him, I say, like, you know, you can find a girl there. Like, you're really good looking, you know. And a girl that's, like, you know, very fit and pretty and stuff. Like, but he's like, no, I don't want anybody else here. I want you. Which I think's romantic, but, you know. I try to tell him to, like, you know, be realistic. But for whatever reason, I guess it's my karma or lot in life that just people don't want me to have a relationship. I don't think it'd just be, like, even with Robert, it's just with anybody. People just won't let other people live.
Hound Actual to HQ. Mission complete. Requesting transport support.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, he was just, you know, playing Division 2, just streaming it and just, you know, doing his own thing. And this guy comes into his chat and I says, you know what? I says, don't stop streaming. I know all about it. And I says, if he comes into your chat again, you let me know. You open up your audio that they can hear me, and I'll get on the mic and I'll tell him to fuck off. And that I will get legal action if need be. Because, like, you are harassing a person and their new partner and them trying to start a life together. To this girl, it's been 6 years. And you wanted to fuck around on him. Even though you told him what you wanted to do, it's still considered fucking around. You made your choice. You know? I don't blame him for being mad about that. Anyway. I need to go do something before I continue on. But there's people that, you know, on my side that are also trying to, I'm not going to go into details with who, but trying to, you know, split my boyfriend and I up. And they, a similar situation, they essentially cheated on me. You know, I mean, we weren't coupled at the time, but, you know, I did have feelings for this person. And then they go and fuck somebody else, and they fuck them on a live stream. I don't visually see it, but I hear it in the background. It was like this overnight live stream, and I heard it, you know. And so it broke my heart, of course, as, you know, anyone that felt something for somebody. I was going to say felt somebody. It sounds weird, but felt something for somebody. You know, of course, they're going to be heartbroken and, you know, go, well, that person didn't love me, so it's time to move on. So, kind of, him and I, share that similarity. Somebody that, you know, fucked around on us, and we decide to move on, and then as soon as we decide to move on and we find each other and are happy, these people come out of the woodwork. But I mean, it's even fucking random people on Call of Duty that we don't even know telling me, like, I should leave my boyfriend and this and that, you know? I'm like, are people, like, that deeply unhappy? That's cute. Somebody's called Vegan Nikki, and they're dressed up as corn on the cob. Alright, let me see. Did I get what I'm looking for? Probably not. Yeah, I don't see that loot box I'm looking for. Shit. But yeah, it's wild. It's been nonstop for us, but it's not gonna separate us. Shit, maybe that should be, if we get married, that should be one of our first, you know, dances. They could never tear us apart. The first dance. I know that's gonna irk some people, but I mean, geez, like, look at this. Like, listen to this. Like, you know, I have people that are exes. Do you see me chasing after them and trying to ruin their life? No. I'm mature enough to fucking move on and go, that was the past. That was, you know. I'm not gonna go into, like, say they're a streamer. I'm not gonna go into their fucking live stream and, you know, air all the dirty laundry. I'm just like, oh well, that's for them to learn, you know. They'll have to learn it the hard way. If they don't learn now, they'll have to repeat the lessons and then, you know. But why make it my problem? I just move on. And I just think it's kind of laughable that this person has still not moved on 6 years later, and it has to get their friend to come into his stream under various nicknames to constantly harass him. I told him, babe, don't worry, I'm not leaving you. But I told him to end his stream, and I says, like, yeah, just, explain what happened. And he did. He had already told me about the person. I didn't know about the age difference, but even so, they were close in age, you know what I mean? Even though she sadly wasn't of the age that you're supposed to be. But again, there was nothing physical that happened in person. They didn't even meet. It was at long distance, so, yeah. And it happened, it sounds like around COVID. So
Stay calm.
I forgive him for it, and I think he's learned from it, and he would never repeat that again. Because he knows there's, laws against that even, so. But, again, he told me, he even told me way before about the difference in age between her father and his partner. That partner is younger. I'll even get him to air that on stream. So, you know the expression, those in glass houses shouldn't be the first to throw stones? I gotta do this 2 more times and then we're done these dailies. I might play some Call of Duty after this. I don't know, Endgame or Resurgence or something. Because I don't think I'll be able to go back to sleep. My body's not used to being asleep now at this time. Hey, baby. Yeah, I was talking about the drama that we experienced yesterday in your chat. I'd like to make a live clip where we're both talking about it, like, you know, and then upload it because I want that individual and the associated party to know that I understand and know, and that it was the past and there's no chance in hell that I'm leaving you. Because I know what they're trying to do. And that if they continue on with their shit, there's going to be some legal action because it's harassment. I'll make sure that they can never open another YouTube account. I'll make sure that they can't even get another IP, internet service provider. But yeah, we'll do a video. And you can say your side of the story and whatnot. Because I'm done with the shit from people. Like, even on my side, people that have been trying to interfere in our relationship. And like I said to my boyfriend, I've told him about my past. He knows about people from the gaming world that, you know, and one other person other than that, that I've dealt with. And he knows all the details. Because I know how jealous people and envious people can get, and how they can be petty and try to stop other people from being happy. But I mean, to your ex, babe, like I was saying, it's been 6 years. And you're apparently already in a new relationship. Like, you need to let go. You made your choice when you decided that you wanted to fuck another girl. You hurt my partner's feelings with that. Like, do you expect him not to, like, leave you? I think if the same was done to you, and you said that, you know, he said to you that he wanted to fuck around with another person, be it, you know, girl or guy, even though he's very straight, I think it would hurt you too if the shoe was on the other foot. Well, obviously it must hurt you that I'm in a relationship with him now. Because if it didn't, you wouldn't have the need to have your friend or whoever the fuck this person is come into his streams and try to, you know, put him on blast or whatever the fuck you think you're trying to do. That was 6 years ago and it was around COVID, so like, it's time to let it go. Okay, so that's done. So now just Void Vessel. But yeah, we'll do a clip. He'll explain his side of the story. I'll explain mine. And he was like very open about his partners with me. He told me about the different, you know, individuals. And it was all long distance. I can't go to sleep, babe. So I'm kind of waiting on Div, to get its shit together and get up and online. But it's gonna be a minute still. I think it's supposed to go live around like 9:30 my time, something like that. Because it said what estimated downtime 5 hours, they think, right? So 3:30, 4:30, 4:30, 5:30, 5:30, 6:30, 6:30, 7:30, 7:30. Oh, maybe 8:30. If it's 5 hours. Shit, let me see. I thought it was like 9:30. I don't see, like...
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
Well, anyways, I'll keep track of it. Oh, fuck, I got the wrong character on. Oh, well. You were at 176 keys? Nice. Yeah, I got too tired and I just went fucking and I fell asleep. So I didn't get the Egyptian skin or nothing. But I at least have it on the system I'll play on the most, which is PlayStation. So... Oh, shit. No! As soon as the maintenance kicked in, I went to bed. Yeah, I don't blame you. You know that you have to be up today, too, so... I don't have the proper gun for this, so... Yeah, they're immune. Shit. You have to have this, like, beam gun. You're gonna go back to sleep shortly? Okay. What time do you think you'll wake up again? Just after the servers come out. So what time's that? Okay, so what would that convert to in my time? Sorry, I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass. I'm just wondering. Around 10 or 11 a.m. Okay.
An enemy container has been revealed. Please verify the data.
Okie dokie. There's a blocked player in the same zone. Who's that? I don't see any blocked player from what I can tell. Unless it's this guy. It's this guy. I recognize that name. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I mean, even when we play Call of Duty, dude, like, it's just been non-stop people saying shit. And now I'm even starting to wonder if some of these people that come after us know my, partner's girlfriend or something. Like, I'm even wondering about that one guy that one time that was like, you should leave him. He's not for you. I'm like, really? You think I'm gonna take the opinion of some nobody? It's fucking wild, man. But I wouldn't put it past this person to try to come into my stream and do the same shit. You know? Like the person that went into your stream yesterday. Yeah. So he better not fucking try because like I say, I live just steps away from a lawyer. And I'll get him done in for, you know, harassment.
If it's new research, I'm listening.
So I'm giving him ample warning. to cut the shit. Yeah, so I'm done my dailies. I think what I'll do is go to Call of Duty for a little bit and play. So I will see you guys over there. I'll create a new stream. So I need something to keep me awake for the next couple of hours here. And so I figure some Resurgence, some endgame weapon leveling should do the trick. So I'll see you guys there. Peace out.